Welcome back to Punch and Leech Games, and today we are looking at the Nintendo Switch Online N64 controller. Let's take a look and see how it works with today's Switch games, what the compatibility is like, and if it's just as good as the original. So my very first observation in the game is that you're going to need X and Y, which you don't get with the Switch Online controller. And we'll see how much of an issue that is once we start playing here. In my mind, this game has always been an N64 game because, I mean, that's where the original was. So to play the new one with a 64 controller is weird, but also kind of cool. Like I said, very first thing I notice is I don't have an X and a Y button. So what do I do to... Still throw apples, I guess, but it's a bummer. I can't scan. It's telling me to scan and I can't because I don't have access to X or Y. Yeah, limited compatibility, I would say, with any game that's going to need X and Y, unfortunately. Alright, so Super Mario 64. This one should be straightforward with the controller. I mean, it was designed for this. Oh, I don't have a minus button.
It's me, Mario.
That's interesting. I don't have a plus or minus button on this controller, so I can't even do the plus action that it's requesting, technically. I have start. Maybe that's going to act as plus, but still, that's no minus button on the controller. There is a home and a snapshot. There's a home and a snapshot button on the back of the controller, but... And they added a ZR. But plus and minus not being on the controller seems like a little weird exclusion to keep it modern, and maybe keep it compatible with other games. Oh, interesting. So B to jump and Y to attack. Which is actually a problem. Because there is no Y button on this controller. Yeah, so Z and ZR do the same thing. L and R switch your picture mode. But actually, this seems like a really bad oversight that you can't even play the All-Star Remake with this controller. It should be compatible, but there's no Y button, making the new 64 controller they made not compatible with the game they put out about a year ago now. The other thing I'm noticing is there is a little bit of input lag, which actually can make it hard to get that triple jump off that I believe Mario's supposed to be able to do. So as I'm editing this, I actually realize Nintendo has made an update since I recorded this, and the 64 online controller is actually now compatible fully with the 3D All-Stars collection. They made that update for the Mario N64 game. So they actually did think about it, they just didn't put it out right away. Alright, so let's give this one a shot. We'll just do a basic character. Let's see how the 64 controller does with a new game like Smash Bros. I think with Smash Bros, one thing I actually like is with the C-pad, you get those smash moves without having the inconsistency of a C-stick if you are using a GameCube controller. This might actually be a game where I enjoy using the N64 controller, surprisingly enough. Although, I hate how I have to jump using the up function of the controller now instead of using a button because I don't have X and Y again. So overall, I would say usable, but not ideal unless you are used to using like the up motion to jump with. I actually do like using the C-pad instead of the C-stick for the smash moves on this game. But again, not ideal, but usable. Most usable out of the games I have tested so far. And the last game we're going to test here is Mario Kart 8. So when I think Nintendo 64, I do think Mario Kart games, I think Pokemon, I think Super Mario, And these are all games I would expect this remake of the modern controller to work with. I know someone out there is going to be like, you picked the worst bike. Yeah, I just picked like the first bike that came up. Okay, so right off the bat, A is go, R button still acts as your glide. Real test is going to come when I need to throw items. Okay, so you can use items with Z. It actually feels pretty natural. I think my only complaint so far is the lack of emotion control, because I'm so used to just shaking to jump and activate my glider or get that little bit of a speed boost off of a jump, and it is not there. So I'd say compatibility wise, this is another game that actually has high compatibility with that N64 controller. You're not missing anything by missing the plus and minus buttons, except for maybe when you're picking your cart and you want to see stats. But otherwise, everything works as expected with this controller, and that's actually might be the most compatible game out of the ones I have tested today. So my final verdict on the Nintendo 64 controller is, if you are really into the N64 and you're willing to put up with the glitchiness of Nintendo 64 Online, we don't know if Nintendo's going to fix it. Yeah, sure, it's worth it to pick it up for the $50 that you can get on their website. I would not pay the prices on eBay currently for over $100, and I wouldn't expect this to work with all your favorite games that you're playing right now. Out of just the few I tested today, my highest success one was probably Mario Kart, and if that's not how you want to play Mario Kart, it's probably not worth it to you. So, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave comments down below, and I will catch you next time.